We shall now do problems on Bode's magnitude and phase diagram. First problem, construct Bode magnitude and phase diagrams. Construct Bode magnitude and phase diagrams for G of S, H of S is equal to 50 divided by S into 0.5 S plus 1 into 0.05 S plus 1. 50 divided by S into 0.5 S plus 1 into 0.05 S plus 1. Also comment upon the closed loop stability of the system. Closed loop stability of the system. Closed loop stability of the system. Solution. Construct Bode magnitude and phase diagrams for G of S, H of S is equal to 50 divided by S into 0.5 S plus 1 into 0.01 S plus 1. Also comment upon the closed loop stability of the system. So we will start like this. Letting S is equal to J omega gives. Letting S is equal to J omega in GH of S. GH of S means G of S, H of S gives GH of J omega is equal to 50 divided by J omega into 0.5 J omega plus 1 into 0.05 J omega plus 1. The first thing is replace S by J omega in G of S, H of S. This gives the frequency response. So let Y of J omega be equal to 50 divided by J omega. How did we select Y of J omega? From the expression for GH of J omega, take the right hand side of GH of J omega, eliminate all 1 plus something factors, remove this factor because they are 1 plus something. If you remove, what remains is 50 by J omega. That will be called Y of J omega. To find Y of J omega, what you do is 1 plus something factors. These are two factors that contain 1. Remove them. So what remains will be Y of J omega. Take magnitudes. So this implies magnitude of Y of J omega is equal to 50 divided by omega because magnitude of J is equal to 1. Then I take 20 log on both sides. This implies 20 log to base 10. Magnitude of Y of J omega is equal to 20 log 50 to base 10 minus 20 log omega to base 10. Put omega is equal to 0.1. Why 0.1? Because this is starting value of omega in the semi-log sheet. Then 20 log to base 10 magnitude of Y of J omega at omega equal to 0.1 is equal to 20 log 50 to base 10 minus 20 log 0.1 to base 10. This will give you 54 dB. So let me explain what I have done. In the expression for G of S, H of S, I have put S equal to J omega. That means transfer function is converted into frequency response. I have selected Y of J omega is equal to 50 by J omega. What is the selection criterion for Y of J omega? Remove all 1 plus something factors present in the numerator and denominator. What remains after removing these factors will be Y of J omega. Then I have taken magnitudes on both sides. So magnitude of y of j omega is equal to 50 by omega. Magnitude of j is 1. Take 20 log on both sides. 20 log to base 10. Magnitude of y of j omega is equal to 20 log 50 to base 10 minus 20 log omega to base 10. Log of a by b is log a minus log b. Put omega equal to 0.1 by 0.1 because this is the starting value of omega in the semi-log sheet. That gives 20 log to base 10. Magnitude of y of j omega at omega equal to 0.1 is equal to 54 dB. Now, how to find corner frequencies? Take 1 plus something factors. This factor contains 1. What is the coefficient of j omega? Coefficient of j omega is 0.5. Take the reciprocal of it. You get 1 over 0.5 is 2. So, corner frequency of this factor is 2. What is corner frequency of this factor? Take coefficient of j omega and find its reciprocal. 1 over 0.05 is 20. 1 over 0.05 is 20. So now I am going to create a table. Factor, corner frequency, magnitude and slope. Magnitude and slope characteristics. Magnitude and slope characteristics. Factors are, first factor is 50 by j omega. Corner frequency none. Corner frequency will come only for 1 plus something type of factors. These two factors contain the constant 1. Therefore, they will have corner frequencies. 50 by j omega does not have corner frequency, therefore I put a dash. Then I'll write 1 over 0.5 j omega plus 1. Omega 1 is equal to 1 over 0.5 is equal to 2. These factors must be written in the increasing order of corner frequencies. Next one is 1 over 0.05 j omega plus 1. So what is omega 2? 1 over 0.05 is equal to 20. The factors must be written in the increasing order of corner frequencies. I'll write the comment here. This factor has a magnitude. This factor has a magnitude is equal to 54 dB at omega equal to 0.1 and a slope equal to minus 20 decibels per decade. How did you get minus 20? Coefficient of log omega. Coefficient of log omega in equation 1 gives the slope minus 20 decibels per decade up to omega 1. Omega 1 means next corner frequency. To draw a straight line, we require one point and the slope. This point is when omega is 0.1, the magnitude is 54 dB, that is the point. And what is the slope? Slope is minus 20 decibels per decade up to omega 1. This comment I have written referring to equation 1. Next I will write net slope between omega 1 and omega 2 is equal to, earlier slope is minus 20. This at the corner frequency and beyond adds a slope of minus 20. This is a pole. Poles will add slopes in multiples of minus 20. It's a simple pole. Therefore, it will add a slope of minus 20. This minus 20 is this previous slope. To that, this term will contribute a slope of minus 20, omega 1 and beyond. So, beyond means still omega 2. Minus 20 is minus 40 decibels per decade. Instead of 0.5 j omega plus 1, if you had 0.5 j omega plus 1 whole square, then this would have added minus 40. Minus 20 minus 40 would have become minus 60 decibels per decade in that case. Next I will write net slope omega 2 onwards. Net slope omega 2 onwards. What is the earlier slope? Earlier slope is minus 40. This is a simple pole, therefore it will add a slope of minus 20 at omega 2 and beyond. Beyond means till the next corner frequency. The next corner frequency is not known, therefore it will continue till infinity. Minus 40 minus 20 is equal to minus 60 decibels per decade. So I have prepared the magnitude. I have prepared the table for drawing the magnitude diagram. So briefly I will explain to you how this magnitude diagram is drawn. Then I will take a semi-log sheet and explain it to you. Let us assume that this is the semi-log sheet. Let us assume that this is the semi-log sheet. This is the semi-log sheet. This is called 0 dB axis. This is 0, 20, 40, 60. Y-axis represents magnitude of GH of j omega. Y-axis represents magnitude of GH of j omega in decibels. Between 0 and 20 there are 10 divisions, therefore each small division will represent 2 dB. This is omega in log scale. I am explaining on the board, then I will take a semi-log sheet and explain it to you. At the corner frequency, let us say this is the line drawn at omega 1 equal to 2. Omega 1 equal to 2 is the corner frequency. This dotted line is drawn at omega 2 is equal to 20. Now, when omega is 0.1, this is here omega is 0.1. When omega is 0.1, the least value of omega in a semi-log sheet is 0.1. When omega is 0.1, the magnitude is 54 dB. Magnitude is 54 dB. And what is the slope? Slope is minus 20. This is a line of slope. This is a line of slope equal to. This is a line of slope equal to minus 20 decibels per decade. How to draw that line of slope equal to minus 20 decibels per decade? I will explain when I will take a semi-log sheet and explain. See, when omega is 0.1, magnitude is 54 dB and the slope is minus 20 decibels per decade. This line should stop at omega 1 equal to 2. Between omega 1 and omega 2, the slope is minus 40. This is a line of slope minus 40 decibels per decade. How to draw this line, I will explain with respect to a semi-log sheet by the end of this problem. Beyond omega 2, the slope is minus 60 decibels per decade. How these lines of slope equal to minus 20, minus 40, minus 60 are drawn shall be explained with respect to a semi-log sheet. The magnitude diagram crosses 0 dB axis at a frequency omega g. That frequency we will come to know once we draw this onto a semi-log sheet. So this figure is drawn with respect to this table. But what is not clear to you is how to draw the line of slope equal to lines of slope equal to minus 20, minus 40 and minus 60 decibels per decade. That will require the explanation on a semi-log sheet. Next I am going to draw the phase diagram. So what is GH of j omega? GH of j omega is equal to 50 divided by j omega into 0.5 j omega plus 1 into 0.05 j omega plus 1. What is phi of omega? Phi of omega is nothing but angle of GH of j omega. Angle of 50 is 0. Angle of j in the denominator is minus 90 degrees. All the denominator factors will give a negative angle. Tan inverse of imaginary part by real part minus tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. This we have seen even while we studied Nyquist stability criterion. I'll create a table now. This is omega. This is phi of omega in degrees. This is phi of omega in divisions. Phi of omega in divisions. Phi of omega in divisions is required to make the plot. So I have calculated a table which I shall write now. When omega is 2 radians per second, in this expression, put omega is equal to 2, you will get the angle minus 40 degrees. I have taken 1 division is equal to 6 degrees. That is the scale. 1 division is equal to 6 degrees. Therefore, minus 40 divided by, this is minus 140. Minus 140 divided by 6 is minus 23.3 divisions. When omega is 4, you get an angle of minus 164.7 degrees. Divide this 164.7 by 6, you get minus 27.5. When omega is 6.32, when omega is 6.32, you will get an angle of minus 180 degrees. Minus 180 divided by 6 is minus 30 divisions. The value of omega, when the angle phi of omega is minus 180 degrees, is called omega p. Omega p is 6.62. Then 10. When omega is 10, you will get the angle minus 195.25 degrees. Divide this by 30. Divide this by 6. Approximately you will get minus 32.6. You have to keep giving values to omega so that phi of omega exceeds minus 180 degrees. The value of omega, when phi of omega is minus 180 degrees, is called phase crossover frequency and is denoted by omega p. When we do the problem, when we do this on the Similoc sheet, we will find that omega g is 10. I advise you to calculate at omega g equal to 10 also what is phi of omega. Then I give 20. So this angle is minus 220 degrees, which is minus 36.7. So this table is ready. Actually, this value will help you. This value will help you to calculate phase margin accurately. There are two values of omega that are very important. One is omega p, the other one is omega g. What is phase margin? Phase margin is equal to 180 degrees plus phi of omega at omega equal to omega g. Before plotting the graph, from this table itself, I can calculate what is phi of omega. Phi of omega at omega equal to omega g is what? Minus 195.25 degrees. This means phase margin is minus 15.25 degrees. Now on the same sheet, Semiloc sheet, we'll plot phase plot. Y-axis is phi of omega in degrees. This is 0 degrees, minus 90 degrees, minus 60 degrees, minus 120 degrees, minus 180 degrees and minus 240 degrees. Between 0 and minus 60 degrees, we have got 10 divisions. Each division is equivalent to 6 degrees. At minus 180 degrees, I draw a horizontal line and it will be called minus 180 degree axis. Now, this step, we will make a plot of phi of omega versus omega. Here, y-axis represents two scales. One is two quantities. One is the magnitude, other one is phase angle. You make a plot using this table. When omega is 2, minus 23.3. When omega is 4, it is minus 27.5. If you make a plot, the plot will appear like this. How this plot comes, I will explain it to you later. This omega p is equal to 6.32. How this phase diagram is drawn on a Similoc sheet, I shall explain after this discussion. So phi of omega is y-axis, omega is x-axis. X-axis is same for magnitude diagram and phase diagram, whereas y-axis represents magnitude for magnitude diagram, phase for phase diagram. Next, I will take a Similoc sheet and explain it to you how the actual graph looks like. Okay, so that is our next task. I shall now explain how to draw magnitude and phase diagrams on a semi-log sheet. This is a semi-log sheet. First mark x-axis. X-axis omega in log scale. So the starting value of omega is 0.1. Then omega is 1. Then 10, 10 square, 10 cube, 10 to the power 4. If you multiply omega equal to 0.1 by 10, you get omega equal to 1. The frequency range from omega equal to 0.1 to omega equal to 1 is called a decade. The frequency range from omega equal to 0.1 to omega equal to 1 is called a decade. Similarly, the frequency at omega equal to 1, if you multiply by 10, you get 10. The frequency range from omega equal to 1 to omega equal to 10 is also called a decade. Frequency range from omega equal to 10 to omega equal to 100 is also called a decade. Therefore, there are 5 decades in this semi-log sheet. 5 decade sheets or 5 cycle sheet. 5 decades or 5 cycle sheet. So if you have a frequency range that starts at omega A and ends at omega B, if omega B is equal to 10 times omega A, then that frequency range is called a decade. So x-axis is omega in log scale. Y-axis is magnitude of GH of j omega in decibels. This is 0 dB, 20 dB, 40 dB, 60 dB. This is 0 dB axis. Now, draw this reference slope lines. Connect 20 and 1. Correct. How do you define slope tan theta? Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is 20 dB. Adjacent side is 1 decade. 20 dB per decade. Minus sign because slope line is falling. This line is drawn by connecting 40 and 1. Therefore, this line has a slope of minus 40 decibels per decade. Draw a line connecting 60 and 1. Always these lines must be connected to 1 only, because from omega equal to 0.1 to omega equal to 1 it defines 1 decade. So these are reference slope lines. This is the reference slope line of slope equal to minus 20 dB per decade. This is the reference slope line of slope equal to minus 40 decibels per decade. This is a reference slope line of slope is equal to minus 60 decibels per decade. Next, I go to the table. In the magnitude diagram table, please refer what I did on the board. When omega is equal to 0.1, it is 54 dB. Therefore, magnitude diagram will start at 54 dB. Between omega equal to 0.1 to omega 1, what is omega 1 2? You should draw a line of slope equal to minus 20 decibels per decade. So for drawing this line, I make use of this roller scale. Keep the roller scale on this reference slope line and slide it to this location. You draw a line now, right? This line will have a slope of minus 20. So if you want a line of slope equal to minus 40, you keep it on minus 40 and push it to wherever you want along the, correct? This roller scale is very useful for drawing parallel lines. So now, to begin with, I kept it on minus 20 dB per decade and I'll push it to 54 dB point, this point. And I'll draw a line of slope minus 20 from omega equal to 0.1 to omega 1 equal to 2. Then I'll keep this on minus 40 dB per decade, align it properly and push it between omega 1 and omega 2. That gives a line of slope equal to minus 40 between omega 1 and omega 2. Omega 2 is 20. Beyond omega 2, slope is minus 60. Therefore, keep the roller scale on this line of slope equal to minus 60 and push it to this location. Like that, using roller scale, you can draw parallel lines. Okay, this is how the magnitude diagram is drawn. Most critical point here is magnitude diagram crosses 0 dB axis at a frequency omega g equal to 10. This frequency is called gain crossover frequency. This frequency we have seen while doing problem on phase margin and gain margin. Correct? Magnitude, see this gain crossover frequency is the frequency at which magnitude of GH of j omega is 1. 20 log of 1 is 0 dB. Therefore, where the magnitude diagram crosses 0 dB axis, that frequency is called gain crossover frequency. It is 10. This is a very important frequency because at this frequency you measure phase margin. Next I will go to phase diagram. Y-axis is phi of omega in degrees. This is 0 degrees, minus 60 degrees, minus 180 degrees, minus 180 degrees, minus 240 degrees. Between 0 and minus 60 you have got 10 divisions. Each division represents 1 degree. Therefore, phi of omega in degrees were divided by 6 to get phi of omega in divisions. See, look at the table for phase margin, phase plot. When omega is equal to 2, how many divisions? Please refer the table minus 23.3. This is omega equal to 2, 10 divisions, 20, 23.3 divisions. When omega is equal to 10, how many divisions? 32.6. 10, 20, 30 is 32.6. Like that, get various points, join these points from a smooth curve. The resulting curve is called phase diagram. The most critical point here is phase curve crosses minus 180 degree axis at a frequency omega p is equal to 6.32. Omega p is called as phase crossover frequency. Phase crossover frequency is the frequency at which you measure gain margin. Let me now come to the convention for measuring gain margin and phase margin. Gain margin is negative above 0 dB axis, positive below 0 dB axis. Phase margin is positive above minus 180 degree axis, negative below minus 180 degree axis. So what is important is gain margin is measured with respect to 0 dB axis, phase margin is measured with respect to minus 180 degree axis. Convention is gain margin is negative above 0 dB axis, positive below 0 dB axis, whereas phase margin is positive above minus 180 degree axis, negative below minus 180 degree axis. Correct? Each division for measuring gain margin is 2 dB. Each division for measuring phase margin is 6 degrees. Please note, magnitude is positive above 0 dB axis, below 0 dB axis it is negative. I repeat, magnitude is positive above 0 dB axis, negative below 0 dB axis. So 54 dB is the magnitude, it is positive, therefore it is taken above 0 dB axis. It is to be understood that magnitude and gain margin are negative of each other. If magnitude is 2 dB, for example, if magnitude is 2 dB, then gain margin, if you find to be 2 dB, it should be given a minus sign. That's what I mean to say. Now come to this problem. At omega g, drop a perpendicular onto the phase margin. Measure number of divisions. How many divisions are there you measure? Then those divisions you multiply by 6. That will give you minus 15.25 degrees. Minus sign because it is measured with respect to minus 180 degree axis. Multiply the number of divisions, then multiply those divisions by 6, that will give you minus 15.25 degrees. At omega p, you will get gain margin. At omega p, drop a perpendicular onto the magnitude diagram. Count how many divisions are there with respect to 0 dB axis, 4 divisions. Each division is 2 dB, so 4 into 2 is 8, minus sign because of the convention. Gain margin is negative above. Again I repeat, gain margin and gain are negative of each other. I repeat once again, to measure phase margin from omega g, drop a perpendicular onto the phase diagram. Measure this intercept in divisions, multiply that by 6, that will give you minus 15.25 degrees. Gain margin is measured omega p. From omega p, drop a perpendicular onto the magnitude diagram, measure this intercept and multiply that intercept in divisions by 2. That will give you gain margin. Minus sign because gain margin is negative above 0 dB axis. Since both gain margin and phase margin are negative, closed loop control system is unstable. I hope you have followed. One more problem I will explain on Similog sheet. This you have to practice by buying a Similog sheet, buy a roller scale also and practice and report to me if there are any difficulties. Thank you. We'll do next problem. Let me write the problem statement. Sketch Board's magnitude, sketch board's magnitude and phase diagrams. Sketch board's magnitude and phase diagrams for GH of S is equal to 4 divided by 0.1 S plus 1 whole square into 0.01 S plus 1. Also comment upon the closed loop stability of the system. Solution. First is put S is equal to j omega in GH of S. Letting S is equal to j omega in GH of S gives GH of j omega is equal to 4 divided by 0.1 j omega plus 1 whole square into 0.01 j omega plus 1. So first step is to put S is equal to j omega. That is the open loop transfer function is converted into open loop frequency response by letting S equal to j omega. Remove 1 plus something factors. Both these factors have got 1 plus something. Remove them. What remains in GH of j omega will be called Y. Let Y of j omega be equal to 4. Take 20 log on both sides. This implies 20 log to base 10. Magnitude of Y of j omega is equal to 20 log 4 to base 10 is equal to 12 dB. So 20 log 4 to base 10 represents a line of slope equal to 0 decibels per decade. Why does it represent a line of slope 0 decibels per decade? The reason is there is no log omega term in this expression. So I am going to write a table now. This is factor, corner frequency, magnitude and slope. Magnitude and slope characteristics. The factors are, first factor is 4. Next factor is 1 over 0.1 j omega plus 1 whole square. What is omega 1? 1 over 0.1 is equal to 10. Please remember, for finding the corner frequency, the constant term should be always 1. Correct? And how do you find the corner frequency? Take coefficient of j omega, which in this case is 0.1. Take its reciprocal, you get 10. Omega 1 is equal to 10 is the corner frequency. The factors must be written so that the corner frequency is in the increasing order. Next is 1 over 0.01 j omega plus 1. Omega 2 is equal to 1 over 0.01 is equal to 100. So the factors are written in the increasing order of corner frequencies. Okay, here I am going to write the comment by looking at this expression. This factor has a magnitude. This factor has a magnitude equal to 12 dB and slope equal to 0 decibels per decade. 0 decibels per decade up to omega 1. 0 decibels per decade up to omega 1. I again repeat, the slope is 0 decibels per decade because there is no log omega term over here. Next, net slope between omega 1 and omega 2. Previous slope is 0. This is a squared pole. Therefore, it will contribute a slope of minus 40 between omega 1 and it will contribute a slope of minus 40 at omega equal to 10 and beyond. Earlier slope is 0. This will add a slope of minus 40 at omega 1. So 0 minus 40 is minus 40 decibels per decade. The slope of minus 40 decibels per decade will stop at omega 2. In other words, earlier slope is 0. This factor will contribute a slope of minus 40 at omega equal to 10 and beyond. Beyond means till omega 2. So to the previous slope, if you add minus 40, you get minus 40 decibels per decade. Next slope, omega 2 onwards. Previous slope is minus 40. This will add a slope of minus 20 at omega 2 equal to 100 and beyond. Here omega 3 is not known, therefore the line of slope equal to minus 40 minus 20 equal to minus 60 decibels per decade will continue till omega equal to infinity. So using this table, we can draw the magnitude diagram. This factor as a magnitude equal to 12 dB written from here. Slope equal to 0 decibels per decade. Why slope is 0 decibels per decade? Because there is no log omega expression here. There is no log omega term in this expression. How then this will contribute a slope of minus 40 at omega equal to 10. At omega equal to 10. So the previous slope you add minus 40, you get minus 40. The line of slope equal to minus 40 will get terminated at omega 2. At omega 2, this factor will add a slope of minus 20. Minus 40 minus 20 is minus 60. This line of slope equal to minus 60 will continue till omega equal to infinity. Using this table, I will now draw the magnitude diagram. The magnitude diagram will be drawn. Let us assume that this is the semi-log sheet. Let us assume that this is the semi-log sheet. This is omega in log scale. I'll show this figure later on an actual semi-log sheet. This is 0 dB axis. This is 0 dB axis. Y-axis represents magnitude of GH of j omega in decibels. This is a rough sketch I am going to do. This is omega equal to 0.1. This line is drawn at the corner frequency omega 1 is equal to 10. This dotted line is drawn at the corner frequency omega 2 equal to 100. Line of slope equal to 0 dB per decade has a magnitude equal to 12 dB. So this is 12 dB. This is a line of slope equal to 0 decibels per decade. Between omega 1 and omega 2, slope is minus 40. This is a line of slope equal to minus 40 decibels per decade. Where it crosses 0 dB axis, that frequency is called omega g. When we do it on semi-log sheet, you will find that value is 20. Unless you do it on semi-log sheet, you cannot enter. Already I have done, I know the answer. Therefore, written omega g is equal to 20. Beyond omega 2, slope is minus 60. So, this is a line of slope equal to minus 60 decibels per decade. This is the magnitude diagram. Next, I draw the phase diagram. This is phi of omega in degrees. This is 0 degrees, minus 60 degrees, minus 120 degrees, minus 180 degrees, minus 240 degrees. Where it is minus 180 degrees, you draw a horizontal line. This is called minus 180 degree axis. Now for drawing phase diagram, we require a table that gives phi of omega for different values of omega. First, the table I have to generate. First, the table we have to generate. What is GH of j omega? GH of j omega is equal to 4 divided by 0.1 j omega plus 1 whole square into 0.01 j omega plus 1. What is phi of omega? All the complex factors in denominator will give negative angle. Minus 2 times tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. This is the angle contributed by the squared factor in the denominator. Minus tan inverse of 0.01 omega. This 4 will contribute an angle of 0 degrees. So this minus sign is because the squared term is in the denominator. Tan inverse of imaginary part is 0.1 omega, real part is 1. Tan inverse of imaginary part per real part. Using this expression, we shall get this table. This is omega, this is phi of omega in degrees, this is phi of omega in divisions. Our scale is 1 division is equal to 6 degrees. So I have made the table, I'll write the values. When omega is equal to 10, you get minus 95.7 degrees, approximately minus 16 divisions. When omega g is equal to 20, you get minus 138 degrees, approximately minus 23 divisions. When it is 30, you get minus 160 degrees. So this is approximately minus 27 divisions. When it is 40, minus 174. Decimal point you cannot plot in the division, therefore you drop it. 40 it is minus 174 degrees. 174 degrees means minus 29 divisions. When omega p is equal to 45.8, you get minus 180 degrees. This has to be fine tuned. You keep by trial and error, you keep giving values for omega and phi of omega and get the value of omega that gives minus 180 degrees. That omega is called phase crossover frequency. Minus 180, if you divide by 6, you get minus 30 divisions. Next 80, you get minus 204 degrees, which is minus 34 divisions. How did you get minus 34? Divide 204 by 6. Because the scale is 1 division is equal to 6 degrees. This is the scale. Then when it is 100, you get minus 214 degrees, which is minus 36 divisions. The divisions are written as whole numbers because each small division represents 6 degrees. The pencil thickness itself is 0.7 millimeters. Therefore, the decimal point, the number of the decimal has got no significance. Correct? Now I am going to draw the phase diagram. See, for example, what I meant is this minus 16 could be minus 15.95. This minus 27 could be minus 26.7. Minus 26.7 and approximated it as minus 27. That's what I mean. Now using this, we draw the phase diagram. The phase diagram looks like this. The phase diagram looks like this. How to draw this phase diagram, I'll explain on a semi-log sheet. This frequency is omega p. And what is omega p? Omega p is 45.8. Correct? Omega g and omega p values are very important to get the gain margin and the phase margin. The next step is to go on to the semi-log sheet and plot the magnitude diagram and phase diagram and get the values of gain margin and phase margin. Get the values of gain margin and phase margin. Now we go to the semi-log sheet. Now we go to the semi-log sheet. Now I will explain the problem number 2 on the semi-log sheet. The transfer function is g of s h of s is equal to 4 divided by 0.1 s plus 1 whole square into 0.01 s plus 1. I have taken the semi-log sheet. X-axis is omega in log scale. Y-axis is magnitude of gh of j omega in decibels. Magnitude is positive above 0 dB axis, negative below 0 dB axis. Do not confuse with the convention for magnitude is above 0 dB axis, magnitude is positive, below 0 dB axis, magnitude is negative. The convention for gain margin is opposite to the convention of gain. Please keep that in mind. So this is 0 dB, 20 dB, 40 dB, 60 dB. Correct? The frequency range starting at omega equal to 0.1, ending at omega equal to 1 is called a decade. So if you join 40 and omega equal to 1, you get a reference straight line of slope is equal to minus 40 decibels per decade. If you join 60 dB and omega equal to 1, you get a reference line of slope is equal to minus 60 decibels per decade. These are the only two reference slope lines you require. So if you look at the table, at omega equal to 0.1, the magnitude is 12 dB, slope is 0, this line will continue till omega 1 is equal to 10. Between omega 1 and omega 2, the slope is minus 40. So what we'll do is, we'll take the rotor scale, we'll keep the rotor scale on this line of slope equal to minus 40, and that line will slide between omega 1 and omega 2. Beyond omega 2, slope is minus 60. I'll keep the roller scale on this line of minus 60 dB per decade and roll it to omega 2. Like this, the board's magnitude diagram is drawn. I repeat once again. Roller scale plays a very important role. This I'll keep on minus 40 and I'll slide it to omega 1. And I'll draw this line of slope equal to minus 40 between omega 1 and omega 2. Beyond omega 2, slope is minus 60. I'll keep the roller scale on this reference slope line and slide that line to omega 2 to get a slope of minus 60 decibels per decade. The magnitude diagram crosses 0 dB axis at omega g equal to 20. Omega g is called gain crossover frequency. Next, I'll draw the phase diagram. Y-axis is phi of omega in degrees, 0 degrees, minus 60 degrees, minus 120 degrees, minus 180 degrees, minus 240 degrees. Each division represents 6 degrees. Therefore, when you calculate phi of omega for different values of omega, you divide that by 6 to get phi of omega in divisions. Draw a line at minus 180 degree axis. Right? Gain margin is measured with respect to 0 dB axis. Phase margin is measured with respect to minus 180 degree axis. Gain margin is negative above 0 dB axis, positive below 0 dB axis. Phase margin is positive above minus 180 degree axis, negative below minus 180 degree axis. Gain margin is measured at omega p. Phase margin is measured at omega g. I repeat, gain margin is measured at omega p. Phase margin is measured at omega g. At omega g, drop a perpendicular onto the phase diagram. I told you how to draw this phase curve. Look at the table. At omega equal to 10, you have got 16 divisions, minus 16 divisions. On omega equal to 10 line, this is 10 divisions, this is 16. Mark this point. At omega equal to 20, you have got 23 divisions. This omega is equal to 20 line. On this line, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 divisions you mark. Like that, various points you draw joined by a smooth curve. The resulting curve is called phase diagram. Now at omega g equal to 20, drop a perpendicular onto the phase curve. Measure the intercept with respect to minus 180 degree axis. This is the intercept. Measure number of divisions and multiply those divisions by 6. So you get 42 degrees. Correct? Plus 42 degrees because the intercept is above minus 180 degree axis. At omega p, drop a perpendicular onto the magnitude diagram. Measure the intercept. This is the intercept. Multiply each division by 2 dB. So you get plus 14.24 dB. Plus because gain margin below 0 dB axis is positive. Since both GM and TM are positive, closed loop control system is stable. So this is one of the simplest plots. Only thing is you must know how to use a semi-log sheet and how to draw parallel lines. I will do many more problems. These are the standard type of problems normally asked in the examination. Please remember, gain margin is always measured with respect to 0 dB axis. And to calculate gain margin, measure the number of divisions made by the intersect at omega p and multiply each division by 2. To measure phase margin, measure the intercept at omega g and multiply the intercept by 6 because each division represents 6 degrees. Since gain margin in dB and phase margin in degree are positive, closed loop control system is said to be stable. Thank you.